Hush! No high noons. It's mid-morning here, dude. Can't you see that noon is no due for another couple hours? Come back later. No pigs! Or sharks. What are you? No music! This is a private resort and we're on a peaceful vacation. We will not put up with your hooliganism here. Right then. Anyone else trying to have fun around here? We'll have none of that. Not as long as we are May. Nobody shall have fun. Except for me. You can't hope to kill me. I am literally a block of ice, and I surround myself in my icy castle. I may seem cute and sweet at first sight, but I have a deathly chill coursing through my veins, and bloody murder in my eyes. Lucio. What's the rush? Is May literally pure evil? Perhaps. But there are many other evils in our world, like enemy Genjis. No ninjas. May is simply a greater evil that keeps all the lesser ones in check. Where did you even go, dog? Oh, ni hao. No! I'm taking you down to hell with me, McCree. You know we both belong there. Bastard. Well, welcome to my May video. I don't know how they always seem to end up starting like this. I don't know, maybe she's not pure evil. You know, let's look at some positives. Why would you play May? Oh, did you just one-shot Tracer? Done. Sold. Favorite character. It's the stuff dreams are made of. So how does that even happen? Your Ice Bolt deals 75 damage. That's 150 damage on a headshot. That's a one-shot on Tracer. That's a one-shot on Zenyatta. That's a one-shot on D.Va. That's a one-shot on D.Va. There is a stipulation. You do have to land the shot, and it's not entirely easy by any means. Not only is it a projectile, there's also a half-second delay after you click to fire. What this means for you is you'll have to faintly track your target, and then once you've clicked to fire, you flick your aim ahead of where you think they're gonna go, and then cross your fingers. Don't worry, not everyone makes himself as difficult to hit as Tracer does, and you do have other means of making them a little easier to target, if you need it. Oh, back for more. Well, I hope you weren't planning a retreat. Oh. Well, I guess I asked for that. I suppose Reinhardt wasn't planning on backing out. Who would have ever thought? Oh! Well then. Hey, Tracer. D.Va. Our last meeting didn't go as I'd intended. You have 150 health, and I have a point to prove. Wonderful. Thank you for allowing me to demonstrate. And these two, they have a little too much health for the one shot. Just means you need to bring a little more ice. Will you shut up, noisy bugger? The nice thing about this icicle is that it travels in a straight line. There's no arc to it, and the projectile won't dip over distance. However, the damage does fall off over distance. At this kind of range, you'll be dealing 75, no problem. But any further from this, it'll start to drop, and drop, and drop, as low as 22 at its furthest range. But at that kind of range, it's probably not a fight that you're too invested in anyway. Once you've got a feel for that 75 damage icicle, you can start thinking about who you're currently fighting and how many shots it's going to take you to kill them. In most cases, it's going to be someone with 200 health, and they'll take 3 body shots, or 1 headshot, 1 body shot. Let's take Pharah, kind of just floating around the corner, 1, 2, and 3. Easy. Tanks, on the other hand, they will not go down easily to ice bolts. Your best means of killing tanks is with your friends beside you. You can freeze them and let your teammates line up an easy headshot, as well as yourself. May is great at taking down singular enemies one at a time. She's not particularly weak to any one single hero in the game, but if you're wondering what her weakness is and how to counter her, it's groups. She doesn't handle multiple enemies at the same time very well unless she has her ultimate, or if she gets a fantastic wall and isolates you from your teammates. So, don't get caught and singled out by her, or else you are just asking to die a cold death at her hands. As the May player, you have the luxury of being kinda difficult to kill with 250 health and the ice block to fall back on, which will make you immune for up to 4 seconds if you'd like. And ice block heals you For almost 40 health per second, if you stay in the ice block for its full duration, you'll heal for 150, which is pretty nice. And on top of all that, it sets a precedent, right? You're tough to kill, it's known by everyone, and it just serves as a further deterrent. In a team fight, the enemies don't want to look at you and prioritize you because you're not going to die. It gives you a bit more freedom to walk around and do what you like, while the opponents try and snatch the healer. And then you do what you like. You throw down your Blizzard, or you chase down Mercy and Freezer, you ice bolt the pesky Tracer in the head, or you get fancy and wall off a dangerous ult. Well, rip Dragonblade. Sorry, Genji. You know, he visibly swung at that wall 3 times. Now, we're not here to talk Genji numbers, but let me just say that Dragonblade does a lot of damage, and that wall didn't budge. And if Genji couldn't cut through it, Soldier 76 is certainly not going to rifle his way through before his sights have burned out. Ice Wall is comprised of 5 individual pillars, and each pillar has 500 health. That thing is very unlikely to go down unless the 4.5 second duration expires or you command it to go down yourself. Pressing Ice Wall again after you've cast it will tear the wall down, and sometimes you'll need to do that, because sometimes you'll fuck it up and you'll trap your teammate. I took it down as quickly as I could, but he blew his Wraith Form. I have to imagine he was dead meat anyway. Ice Wall is one of the most unique and interesting abilities in the whole game, and makes Mei one of the most interesting characters for me as a result. You can do a lot of stuff with it, as you've seen. You can block damage, you can isolate enemies from their team and cut off escapes. You can elevate yourself and your allies to places where they probably wouldn't be able to get to otherwise. You can bridge gaps with it. And to help you get more flexibility out of the wall, you can rotate it by 90 degrees when placing it by tapping the ability button again before you click to plant it. And while we're here, we should look at the freezing spray and see exactly how it works, because it's not entirely clear. While you're primarily using it to freeze people, it's important to know that this does actually deal damage, and it does about 40 damage per second. This is important to know because freezing an enemy is not exactly calculated by time being sprayed. It's actually calculated by how much freeze damage they've taken, be it from this left click or from Blizzard, the ultimate. So once you start hitting them with freeze damage, you'll build up a slow on them. They'll get slower and slower, and once they've taken 70 freeze damage, they will be frozen. And they break out after about 1 second. But notice how maintaining the freeze spray on them doesn't keep them frozen forever. Remember that, and just shoot them in the head with an icicle. Now, the other great thing about Mei is Snowball. You think, oh, Mei has snowballs? No, just Snowball. This is Snowball. Look at him, he's so cute and happy and beepy. Snowball is your little weather drone friend who will cast a blizzard wherever you tell him to. Now, you throw him, right? But it's so much more than that. He's either really lightweight or Mei has one hell of a throwing arm, because you launch this guy like a discus. So be careful when you let loose. The drone will bounce off of walls, it will bounce off of shields and barriers, it will even bounce off of players. But as soon as it touches the ground, it will stick, and that is where the blizzard will go. Now the blizzard lasts 5 seconds, and in that 5 seconds it will deal 100 damage total to an enemy stuck in it for its full duration. And again, they will be frozen after taking 70 freeze damage, so it's a bit slower than freezing them with the left click. However, unlike the left click, they will not break free once they're frozen until after the blizzard is over, which is kind of strange. But take advantage of it and headshot them as many times as you can. Once you've thrown Blizzard down, of course, the enemy's first instinct is to try and escape it. The interesting thing you can do is combo the freeze damage, because they do stack to freeze a target faster. Pick your highest priority target, spoilers. It's Mercy, and it's always Mercy. And once you've thrown the Blizzard at them, chase them with the left click at the same time to almost instantly freeze them and give them no chance of escape, and then kill them. One of the most important things I think needs to be said about Mei is that as much as people hate fighting her, a lot of people also hate fighting Genji. Now Genji's cool, but he is undeniably a giant bastard for whoever's fighting him. Mei destroys Genji by freezing him with a left click because he can't deflect it. The Shimada clan never did handle the winter very well. I'm sorry, Mercy, perhaps you were wondering what happened to your friend. Here's that freeze stacking in effect that I told you about earlier. Look how much faster Mercy gets frozen than anyone else in the Blizzard. If you want to have a huge edge in the teamfight, then make her your prime target, for the love of God. This has been Mei, undeniably one of the coolest characters in Overwatch. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.